Okay, welcome to my first video of 2023. And it's not much, to be honest. I just wanted to update you all and share some additional information on that peculiar secret we found about 24 hours after the release of the next-gen Witcher 3. For those of you who don't know, a quick summary is that it's right here in Velen. There are 3 newly added switches which spawn a golem, which in turn spawns a portal
Strange.
to a previously non-existent section of this tower. Descending the tower reveals 2 rooms full of specters, immortal specters to be precise, and 2 crystals which can be activated with the art sign to reveal a portal that takes you out of there.
Shit.
But most curiously, there is this drawn on one of the walls inside. Most certainly a reference to the FF06B5 Secret in Cyberpunk. Now, this was about as much as I knew when I made the video. Since then there have been some new discoveries and connections and speculation, so let me share with you all that I'm currently aware of. First off, the outline of the drawing can be seen on Regis's gloves, in Tesham Mutna, and on one of the walls deep within the lair of the Unseen Elder, right around the section where he claims is the gate to their world.
There lies the gate between this world and ours. It is closed, but it shall open once more. In 100 of your years. 203. Now speak. Don't ask, or I will kill you.
Now, all of these were added to the game way back in 2016 when Blood and Wine came out, but there is definitely some vampiric vibe going on here, especially the one about the gate between worlds, which could be symbolic of the connection between Cyberpunk and The Witcher.
The world where Eridan couldn't find you. What was it like?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
People there had metal in their heads, waged war from a distance, using things similar to megascopes. And there were no horses. Everyone had their own flying ship instead.
Siri, stop fooling around.
Told you wouldn't believe me. We should have stayed there.
And so, on that note, I tried all kinds of wild things. I've tried going through Tesham Mutna and the Unseen Elders quests before and after visiting this secret room. I tried coming here with Detlef's hand in my inventory. I've tried with the armor set from Tesham Mutna, the one from the Unseen's lair, and just for good measure I tried the armor set that can be looted, well, the diagrams for which can be looted, at the base of the tower. Sadly, all of that to no effect. Additionally, I've tried using all kinds of curious items here, such as Kira's lamp, Yennefer's Potest Acquisitor, the Mask of Urberos, and none of them seem to detect anything. I played around with console commands as well. Curiously enough, the kill command cannot kill the specters here, however they can easily be killed by a friendly character, so spawning a companion can do the trick. Additionally, they seem to be vulnerable to the piercing cold mutation, so under the right circumstances you can kill them with Ard as well. Sadly, they don't seem to drop anything out of the ordinary or trigger anything new. Another thing I tried was glitching my way outside the walls, and there isn't anything around. Even though this looks very much like a door, there is nothing physically behind it, although there may be something that will spawn after we trigger it. Also, I tried waiting, meditating, coming here at midnight or noon. However, here's something really curious. There is this dead body outside the tower, specifically a dead body that was added in the next-gen edition. Everything else seems to be the same here, except the moment they added the secret, they also added this body, which I really doubt is a coincidence. Sadly, I cannot seem to connect anything to it. The only peculiar item about it is a ring, looks more like a wire wrapped around the finger. Otherwise, the model is generic and you can't loot it. Now, I've heard speculations that the spirit of this person turned into one of the specters, and I prefer not going that deep into the rabbit hole just yet. I've heard a lot of proposed symbolism about the specters and skeletons and what's depicted on the actual drawing, but I'd rather find something more concrete and obvious if possible. Some people have questioned my translation, and it could indeed be wrong. I'm using this conversion, and it has served me relatively well when translating other glagolic inscriptions. Some people speculate that this is supposed to represent the Cyberpunk numbers, because FF matches, and the BZ looks very much like a B5, and I suppose the Q kind of looks like a 6 from the right angle. However, I don't think this is the symbol for O. Another curious thing is that if we assume that FF06B5 is a hexadecimal RGB code, we get pink color from it. Possibly the same as the coloring in the middle. Okay, and the final thing I have for you is in Skellige. There is a place that is just begging to be the next step, or the previous step, in this secret. On the Isle of Pharaoh, there are 3 shrines you can pray on to get clear skies in Skellige. There is a large obelisk of sorts in between them, which can't be interacted with to my knowledge, and also there is a cave with 2 trolls and what seems to be an inactive portal inside. Now sadly, all this was there in the old generation. And so all my attempts at opening this portal have been in vain. I've tried praying on all the shrines, using all kinds of signs on it, bringing the Potest Acquisitor and other items to it. Additionally, at no point does Geralt say anything to indicate that we're onto something. You know, like he did when we were flipping the switches or killing the golem.
Interesting.
Regardless though, I just can't let this go because it is so reminiscent of the puzzle in Velen, with 3 locations and a portal in the middle. Now I should add that there are a couple more caves on Pharaoh which house elven ruins. There is even a puzzle with statues in one of them, so I hope I'm not forgetting anything. If this portal here is part of a quest or a treasure hunt, do let me know in the comments, but if not, tell me what you think about all the stuff that I talked about, and especially if you know of anything else that I haven't mentioned here. We still haven't figured out the letters, for example. Even if the top ones are supposed to stand for the color code, what about the others? Anyway, I shall leave you with that, and until the next video, stay tuned and be good.
I've heard the legends of Hemdall, a great warrior and first father of the Isles.
'Tis true, and before the advent of Ted Dare, the final age, he shall return, walk amidst us, and face the evil powers, demons, and spectres of chaos. The golden cockerel Camby will crow to warn Hemdall of the coming of the Nargle Fair, bringing the army of darkness. A battle will ensue, Ragnarok, and Hemdall will clash with the forces of the dark.
Let's hope he wins.
It'll make no difference. The prophecy is clear. After Ragnarok, the world will end.
Prophecies can be tricky that way, and there's never an ending that's not also a new beginning, a fresh start.
Let us hope you're right, Wanderer. Let us hope you're right.